y'all, welcome back to the channel. Did you know that what you eat can affect your mental health? Yeah, those two things go together. And a lot of times when people think about mental health and mental well-being, they always think, okay, therapy, medication, things like that. But there might be things that you're doing to your body that are negatively impacting your mental wellness and your mental health that you don't even know. So today we're going to talk about how what you eat matters. So let's get into it. So there's a lot of research going on right now about the gut-brain axis. I did a little bit of research because y'all know I want to give y'all accurate information, but there is a connection between our gut and our brain. Obviously, our brain is connected to our whole body. Like your brain is what makes all the things in your body do what they're supposed to do. And so your whole body communicates with your brain, and your brain communicates with your whole body. And they talk about what needs to be done when and how much and where and all of those things. And so when things are working the way they're supposed to, that communication goes smoothly and everyone does what they're supposed to do. But if we're malnourished, then there can be some mis-signaling that happens there that causes problems. So the gut-brain axis works, I got my notes here, okay? The gut-brain axis uses the nervous system, the endocrine system, immune system, and hormones. They all work together to send signals between the two areas. The nervous system works with the endocrine system to produce hormones that signal hunger, fullness, and stress. So the nervous system also works with the immune system to respond to injury or disease in the gut. So the gut microbiome, so that's all the little bacteria and all the stuff in there that's supposed to be there, influences this and sends signals to the brain and receives signals from the brain. So it is what creates the communication channel. So what does that have to do with our health? Our body wants things to stay the same. It doesn't want stuff to be different because yesterday it was this way and I was alive. So if it's the same way today, I will be alive today. So it wants to create an environment where things are stable and things stay the same. But if what's currently there is not healthy, then that's going to create an issue. When our stress level goes up, it signals something in the brain from the hypothalamus that then will alter how our gut functions. If we think about it like what happens during fight or flight or freeze response when we experience something traumatic or something really scary, the gut is one of the areas that's affected. And so everyday stress can cause that same kind of effect where some things may not work the way they're supposed to because the brain is getting signals that something is wrong and it's signaling the gut that something needs to change because we got a problem here, but it may be from how we're eating. Having a diet that's low in certain nutrients that the body needs can negatively impact our mood because it will suppress the brain's ability to secrete the hormones that make us feel good. Serotonin, dopamine, those kinds of things. When we don't have the proper nutrition, then the brain is not able to do what it needs to do to give us what we need. So what we eat matters, okay? What we eat matters. One nutrient that we need is omega-3 fatty acids. We can find this in fatty fish, flax seeds, walnuts, and things like that. The reason this one is helpful because omega-3 fatty acids has anti-inflammatory properties, so it helps to reduce inflammation and that can help decrease depressive symptoms. Vitamin D is helpful in regulating your mood, and you can find that primarily through sunlight exposure. So get outside, get you some sunlight, use your sunscreen if you need to, all of those things, but that's a good source of vitamin D. You can also take vitamin D supplements or eat foods that have been fortified with vitamin D or foods that have vitamin D added to it that can help you increase your vitamin D intake. B vitamins are really good for you. They can help increase your energy level, which is the reason why a lot of people take vitamin B. But also, I didn't know this, but it helps to increase the production of neurotransmitters. And neurotransmitters are the things in the brain and the central nervous system that seeing the communications around. When it's in the rest of the body, it's called a hormone. So it could be the same chemical, but depending on where it is in the body, we call it something different. But neurotransmitters, we can naturally get B vitamins from whole grains, meat, eggs, and leafy green vegetables. And probiotics can help improve your overall gut function. That's going to help us feel better physically, improve our mental health in general. We can get probiotics from yogurt and other fermented foods. And what's this kefir? Fermented milk. Sounds like yogurt or buttermilk. Anyway, yeah, so probiotics, you can take the supplements for that as well, but I am always a fan of trying to get things naturally whenever possible. Yogurt and other fermented foods can help to provide probiotics that your body can use to help you feel better. So one of the things in my research that I found, a certain type of diet that they suggested that can help with being able to improve your mental health is the Mediterranean diet. So I'll insert a picture here, but this diet really focuses a lot on whole foods and healthy fats and lean proteins. And as I was looking at this pyramid, I was like, this looks a lot like a pescatarian type diet, where the main part of your diet is fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and things like that. And then you have a lot of fish at the next level, fish and seafood. And then it goes up from there. And the very last one is like sweets and meat. Not really any processed foods as much. That's one of the things about it, is that a lot of processed food is not going to provide the nutritional value that we need because everything has been processed out. So anytime we can eat whole foods, it's going to provide benefits. Some of those benefits are emotional regulation, less depression, less anxiety. Our brain is going to function better, and it can also help to improve our sleep. So how do we make this thing an actual reality? Change is hard, I know that, and we've all probably been there and struggled with that in terms of our diet. And I'm in America, so it's even more difficult to find the healthy foods and be able to afford them. But we only get one body, we only get one opportunity to do this thing called life. And so we need to try to make the best choices we can whenever we can. Now, I don't think it's beneficial to try to change your whole life all at once. For most of us, what's more beneficial is to make small changes, because the goal is to make changes that last for a lifetime. We're not trying to do a fad diet, something that we do for 30 days and then we get off of it. Like, this is a lifestyle choice, and we want to make good decisions. And so starting simple, maybe finding ways to substitute one thing for another. So rather than saying, I'll never eat bread again, okay, maybe switch from the white bread to whole wheat bread. So we want to look for ways to take how we're living our life now and tweak it so that it becomes something that works for us and that we're actually able to maintain. If we come up with a system that we don't want to do, then eventually we're going to stop doing it. And if it's too hard or too inconvenient, we're not going to stick with it. So you want to set yourself up for success when we're talking about doing something like this, like a diet change or something like that, because this is for life. There's a lot of misconceptions. A lot of people think, well, I can just take these vitamins and that's gonna get the job done. But you know, most of the vitamins we take, our body doesn't even absorb them. So taking more vitamins is not necessarily going to benefit you, and it's definitely not going to benefit you the way changing your diet and eating healthier is going to benefit you. Our body is made to absorb food in food form. So if you can actually incorporate some of these things into your diet, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and things like that, you're going to get a much better result. Also, it's not just about your diet. Addressing your diet issues is going to help your mental health, but our mental health is tied to our whole life. And so other changes that you can make that are going to help you have to do with like exercising, making sure you're getting enough sleep, making sure you're getting enough water, talking to a professional if that's what you need, and making sure that you're being consistent with the things that are going to be beneficial. So, long story short, what we eat matters. If you are eating a lot of processed food, a lot of fast food, if you're not feeling your best, that might be why. If you are dealing with mental health issues already, I forgot to mention this, you also want to make sure that you're following instructions if you're taking medication, because some foods will negatively affect how medication works. So the best thing you can do is educate yourself and make sure that you have the knowledge you need to be able to make the best decisions so that you can live a happy, healthy life. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss an episode. Leave a comment if you have some suggestions on nutrition and healthy lifestyle. If you've been able to make the changes, tell us what you did and what worked for you. Until next time, as always, fear nothing, assume nothing, and take nothing for granted. All right, y'all, go be great.